Okay, so fundamentally, I jumped in and I started making the video on all the different characters. And I've been thinking about some stuff. As promised, I am going to start by quickly covering the guests before I get into the move lists of everyone else. Um, but things are not looking very good. I'm going to start off with talking about Ghostface, because Ghostface may be, even in his strong state, one of the most logically sensible-ish characters among the guests. Okay, so I'll start with Ghostface. For starters, I think Ghostface is a cool looking character and he has a lot of like interesting stuff in his kit. Okay. Like that's an overhead. He also has a lot of mitts, so he's quite good at checking you. And yeah, he's quite good. He has he has like not high combo damage, but he has multiple ways to combo you. And with Kameos a lot. By himself, not that many, to be entirely honest. Okay. By himself, he doesn't have as many ways to combo you. Or something, whatever. But the big thing is his phone call gimmicks. And also being able to switch, okay, to different characters. Okay. So now like I've swapped out to a different, okay. Okay, I can swap out to a different type of assassin with different moves. That's cool. He's fun. I don't want to spend too much time on Ghostface. I think NRS really cooked with the design and the moveset. I don't want to get super deep into it. I need to talk a little bit about T1000. T1000 was mechanically busted on launch, and he was busted on launch because of this. That is a low that leads to a full combo with Kameos. Once again, Kameos. Anyway, leads to a full combo with without Kameos in the wall, yes, which I think is fine. Okay, which I think is fine if I can actually execute. I'm just not him. Okay, fine, I'm not him, whatever. But the problem was he'll do either this or okay, there's an overhead in there, by the way. Okay, there's an overhead in there alternatively, so you get comboed, which is crazy. He also has, hold on, where are you? He has the overhead with some Kameos, he combos. It's interruptible though, which I think is good. And then he has the hooks. Okay, the hooks are kind of cool. I think the hooks are really cool, to be honest. He's a cool character. This was coming out too fast, and I have video evidence of it on my channel. Okay, so I won't go through the entire video, but essentially I watched a replay where I basically pressed forward 2 and I was holding block and I got reversal punished by that move. So of course, like a normal human being, okay, like a normal human being, I came back and watched it in slow motion. And yeah, literally Cyrax is not done putting away her blade and she gets launched by that. Okay, so I tested it out. Okay, I tested it out. Literally, I tested it out in practice range and I was getting reversal punished. If I blocked, I would get reversal punished. If I tried completing the string, I would get reversal punished no matter what. And I'm like, dude, this is some of the dumbest shit in the entire world. Because of how fast this move is, I'm literally being punished on hit. Like, I'm being punished on hit and nobody, man, honest. And they fixed it in quotes by fuck off clock. Okay, they fixed it, but like, how did, in theory they fixed it, in reality not really. Okay, in reality not really. They made it more punishable, but that was never the problem. Anyway, whatever, moving on from T1000. Okay, now we have two war criminals. I'm going to start with the basics. Okay, these are universal problems and I'm so sad. First of all, you see this move here? Hold on, I need to remove some of this practiced stuff. let's turn off the frame data. It's not about frame data. You see this? This is a high. Actually, hold up. No, let me start with Homelander. No way, I need to start with Homelander because I'll need to switch to someone else. Homelander has this sweeping low. Then it's forward 4. This is a mid, but it used to be a low. But they didn't bother changing the animations after changing it. Now Homelander will do that, and if you blocked it, you would be comboed with the throw. And if it hit, you would be comboed. Okay, you'd be comboed. Man, yeah. Then he has his floating state. Okay, and the problem with the floating state is he has this. It's an overhead. That's also an overhead. That's also an overhead. It's also an overhead. And when he was launched, it was basically an infinite. But they fixed that. But fundamentally, why is this a low? And the fact that he will do something as stupid as this. Okay, so let's say it's blocked, and you get thrown. So let's say you block it. Down 1 into throw. Okay. Okay. Block. And then you're being thrown because you basically are there in block stand. So man, it was kind of a tick throw sort of man. It's just Homelander. It's just Homelander stuff, really. Also, did I mention that this is actually a mid? This is a mid hitting attack, by the way, for some reason. Anyway, moving on. Okay, and now I want to talk about Conan. I'm going to be really brief. He's a pretty reasonably strong character. You see this? If I were to ask you, is this a mid? There are 2 attacks. You see this attack? Is this a mid or a high? I'm just asking. Is it a mid or a high? This is his back 4. Okay? You can kind of guess. This knee, is this knee a mid or a low? This knee is a mid. Okay? It's a mid. It's a mid. Looks like it. Now, you see this? This is his forward 1. It's actually a high. Now, just to show you that it's a high, I'm just ducking, okay? I'm just ducking. So, it's a high. Okay? It's a high attack. Then there is this. This is also a high. But at least he looks like he's kind of going for the guy's face. But this, that hits around the chest. Look where the knee is. Basically the same place. But this for some reason is a high. And this slash, that really looks like it's a mid, is actually also a high. And then this is his forward 2. This is actually a mid. Now, as you know, in this game there are moves that are overheads, right? They hit from over your head, so they hit you when you're ducking. So, this is not one of those. This is the mid. This is his forward 2. Okay? It's a mid. That's all I have to say about Conan. He's okay. It's just, why is this a mid? Why is this, rather, why is this a mid and not an overhead? Why is this a high? Why is this a high? If it's a high, why doesn't it slash at someone's head? This is going to be important later when I'm talking about some of these characters. But this is not good. Okay. Well, for starters, he has a grab. He also has a mid out of that string, and he also has that bird. And the bird is so strong, it has a cooldown. We don't know why. We don't know why the bird has a cooldown. And there is no, let me turn back the HUD. As you see, there is no visual indicator on screen whether or not the bird is ready or not. There is no visual indicator on screen whether or not the bird is ready or not. So sometimes you will just get this empty jam. Anyway, it is what it is. You can also gimmick. Okay, you can gimmick with an overhead, or you can gimmick with coming in with something else. Gimmick empty. into a grab. He's okay. I'm done talking about him. Good character. Oh, but I will say John Cena actually did the voice work, and I think, or someone else. Either way, it sounded like John Cena, and the animation work, and as far as like the model looks really good. Let me at least say something positive. Okay, Omni-Man. This is high overhead, high. It jails though, so there's no ducking the last hit. There's no ducking the last hit. You can't duck it, not a problem. This overhead, you can combo off it nowadays. He has Ultramite stance with the mid. He has Ultramite stance with an overhead. He has Ultramite stance with a grab. It's not an actual grab, because if he blocks, you die for it. He has the mid. He also has the teleport. All of these options, by the way. Hold on, how did I do the teleport again? Oh my goodness, one sec. Move list. Special move, Viltrumite stance. Where are you? Viltrumite. Yeah, so, hold on. Yep. So he can teleport behind you. It's death though, and I've gotten good enough to whereby I can react to all of these options and punish him no matter what he presses. I think by himself, Omni-Man is a good character. It's kind of cool that is an overhead from that range. From this range, it turns into a mid. That is a low. Okay, it's a low, which is good. The ground explosion is a mid, but that's perfectly fine. It is what it is. Okay, I'm done talking about the guest characters. They're really not what I wanted. I think the guests, most of them without a cameo, are reasonably fine. Even T1000 without cameos is reasonably fine. Homelander without cameos is still busted, but is fine. But I think they messed up with Homelander by changing those lasers into a mid. I think there were better ways to balance him, but maybe make it so that he just cancel that into flight, so I'm not getting quadruple mixed with Farah. But okay, fine, no problem. It is what it is. Let me forget about the guests and let's start talking about the actual main characters that caused us to buy this game. Now back to the tier list I made of complete, semi-complete, and half-baked characters. I think I'm going to start by talking about, I think I'm going to start with Loi Kang. Let me start with Loi Kang. Alright, so these are actually, there are two characters that I want to talk about. So first of all, we have Quan Chi. Now let me check my rating. Now I ranked Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 1 as half-baked. I think his design overall is really cool and good. However, him having one of the slowest down ones in the entire game is a bit of a problem, and I'm going to go into why it is such a big problem. And then Loi Kang, they basically got Loi Kang and removed all of his sauce. Ever since MKX, his sauce has been being removed consistently. Now he's in Mortal Kombat 1, he's basically a 1 or 2 note character. Now, I'm not going to cover every single thing that's wild about Quan Chi, okay? Because he has some stuff that looks kind of cool, okay? He has, like, he can kick you from behind full screen, okay? Which is not the worst thing in the world, okay? It's not the worst thing in the world, okay? He's cool, and he has the right amount of projectiles, but this is the problem. The fact that he has the photo which grants him armor means that he could pressure you and you basically will feel like you can't do anything, okay? So now he's armored, you can't really get out of that pressure, okay? And I can either, oh, hold on, I can use it by itself, or if I amplify it, it's going to last for 1,000,000 years. Look how long it lasts. And I'm walking around with armor, okay? That's the problem with Punchy. Then there is this. I think this is a nice Porto because this Porto is all about making him a stronger zoner. I like this a lot. I like it a lot. Hold on, what's that? And then he has a basic unsafe. This is the law that is unsafe. He also has the basic jump in. I think, honestly, I think this should have been weaker, and everything else could just mostly remain the same. Give him a proper down one. Okay. But okay, that's just me. Overall, he looks cool though. Now, swapping over, I think that Lui Kang was massacred. He was massacred. So this right here is most of what Lui Kang is. His strike throw. So he'll grab you, and then he'll use. Okay. Now this you have flawless blockade. Okay. Okay. You have to flawless block that to punish it. Okay. Now he could do that. He could do just. Keep in mind these are all mids, by the way. These are all mids, and his plus on these mids. Let me show. Just to make sure that I'm not smoking weed. Okay. Hold on, that's on here. He's -3. Okay. He's -4 there. Bam. Okay. He's safe. I remember this being class. I guess I'm full of shit. Then this is primary launcher. It's a cool launcher, no lie. It's cool, but like it's his only launcher. Okay, and that's his damage is good. Now these are the things that stop making sense. Keep in mind I'm not amplifying. Look at the coverage. And it hits people grounded. So when you do this, now players will do this, right? And then do this, and then this. So this stuff of making zoners with multiple hits, it's crazy. Okay? It's crazy. Keep in mind this is one special, but okay. Okay. Then there is this move whereby you jump in and for your death for some reason, which is cool. I think he's okay, but the problem is he's lacking sauce. He lacks sauce. Okay? And then to make things worse, to prevent people from ducking the second hit when he lets it go, keep in mind he could already hit you with this into that, okay? Or into that. But to prevent people from ducking that second hit launcher, they added this. And it's safe, by the way. So they added the mid extension. I personally think Liu Kang is genuinely just mid. He's mid, and he has no sauce, and that's his whole game plan. He's either throwing projectiles, throwing these. That's an overhead, by the way, that's +2 for some reason. His standing jab is +3, which I don't know why that standing jab is +3. Okay. This is +0, so you could do this. Try to trade. This is 10 frames. Okay. 10 frames. So basically, it's just a trap. But like, he lacks sauce for some reason. And also, instead of him getting his bicycle kicks, he now has his spin kicks. He has spin kicks for some reason. But okay, no problem. I think he deserves to be at the bottom of half-baked, honestly. These two, they deserve to be at the bottom of half-baked. So yeah, I think this ranking is honestly quite reasonable. Then we have friggin' Reiko. Okay, so without going into everything about the character, okay, Reiko suffers from, hold on. So these projectiles on launch were the best projectiles in the game. Okay, he could just chip you out from full screen, and then if you try to get in, he does that. Okay. Okay. Now it's death. But like, first of all, okay, he can charge it up. Also, it's a low, which I think is cool. But he can charge it. He can charge it up. He can charge it up and change it to a mid. Or nowadays he can run at you and throw. For some reason. For some reason. And now look at that animation. First look at that animation. Just look at that animation when he runs in. You can really tell that this is not how it was originally designed. They just kind of added it in there. It looks, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's him. Then why is his hitbox extended? Look where he's hitting you from. That extended hitbox was not needed. I don't know why it's there. I don't know why there's an extended hitbox. I mean, looking how he's moving forward, he could make... I don't know why, but okay, fine. It's Mortal Kombat. That VFX on the hitbox is not going to change the fact that it's really phoned in. But okay. Okay, our premier grappler started out with the best projectiles in the game. Now they changed it so that those projectiles, basically, they get destroyed by any other projectile if you throw them, which is one way to solve the problem. Then, up close, he has an overhead, that's -6. Okay. You do this. Okay, this is it. And then sweep. Sweep. That's +3. I don't know why this sweep is +3, by the way. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain it. I don't know why a sweep is +3 on block. But okay. No problem. No problem. This is mid-high. So this is a mid. Ignore where the leg looks like it wants to go. Okay? It's mid-high. Okay, so this is mid-high. Anyway, half-baked. That's all I can say. Half-baked. Okay, now Shang Tsung has a low combo starter. Okay? For starters. Okay, which can be turned into a mid. Okay, so after the low he has a mid extension, that's -7. And he can basically start off combos with that. He can also turn into, which honestly is one of the coolest things in the game. Honestly, I love turning into people and then just come and like troll them. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, actually. He's person, in my opinion, he's okay. I only say he's half-baked because, man. Actually, I think I need to adjust my ranking. I think because Shang Tsung, no matter what, he can always turn into another character and just add a whole other set of moves to his kit. Now let me try and remember what these buttons were. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's fine. He's perfect. Now, switching over. Let me switch over quickly. I think I would need a Shang Tsung main to really come and inform me on his issues. But I still think he's half-baked though. But that's just because, I don't know. I don't see anything within his kit which shows there's something about it. Maybe it's a personal thing. I guess here I can guess that maybe it's a personal thing for me. He just doesn't do it for me. Now Scorpion suffers from Scorpion is half dead. He has this, that's a launcher. He also has his mid, that's basically okay. So he has a mid Out of that, he has that, and he also has his throws, which he loves Kameos, which cause him to combo off throws. His standing 2 has crazy range. In fact, Scorpions will oftentimes just check with the standing 2. Okay? And then of course there's the full screen spear that combos. And if he amplifies it, he can turn it into a mid that combos. Okay? But what you've just seen is his only combo. Okay? Honestly, but he's okay. I mean, there's also some other combos, but a lot of his source comes from Kameos. Okay? But you can swag it, okay? You can swag it. Hold on, is that the wrong button? That's too slow. Am I just bad at the game? Am I bad at the game? You can swag it up if you want. You can swag it up. You can swag it. I mean, it's cool. The problem is, the more swagger you add, the less damage. So let's say I do something as basic as this. That's 430 damage, okay? Then let's say I decide to swag it up. Oh shit, I fucked it. Yeah, it stops at like 350. I could go to maybe 370. So I'm being punished for swag. I feel so bad. But yeah, this is just the real challenge to Scorpion. This used to be a low. This used to be, now they made it a mid. Initially it used to be an actual low. Okay? It used to be an actual low starter. Now they made it into the first hit is a mid. Now if you look carefully where the rope hits, as you can see, it's clearly hitting the ground. So this should have been a low. But bruh, it is what it is. That's all I can say. It is what it is. Sometimes he shows some signs of sauce. But no, I think actually let me first demonstrate an MKX combo of Scorpion. Okay, so this is like a combo from Scorpion in MKX, right? Yeah, that wasn't a combo, that was a reset. Where's Alham's? Alham's 1404. Always providing the combos since like 1990 something. Okay, so this is just an example of what a baseline Scorpion combo looked like in MKX, okay? Overhead, hit, fire, done. Basic B and B, okay? And if we keep going deeper and deeper, okay, you're still going to see quite a bit of combo variety, okay? He's not built around only one or two things, and they'll do 30% damage. But like, it's okay because like they don't take 1,000 years to complete, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, better, bam. Done. Done. Doesn't take 10 years. Okay, back to the generic general tier list. I think Scorpion deserves to be where he is. The fact that a ninja doesn't have any low starters, for real, is it is what it is. And now let's talk briefly about Shao Kahn. Okay, now for starters, I've brought in a different character this time on this side. So I've brought in Baraka. Baraka is a complete character. So let me switch to Shao. So General Shao, hold on, I need to show this move properly. Wait. General Shao has this move that's a low, but he doesn't get anything out of it. It takes 10 yards. Like, anyone who gets hit by this has other problems in their lives. Oh my goodness. Honestly, no one is getting hit by this. No one in their right damn mind is getting hit by this. I don't know why it's so slow. It's 40 frames. Jesus Christ. So, if I hit someone... Nothing. Hold on. It doesn't combo. Okay. So in other words, he's forced into the specific combo route. He's forced because he can't do anything else out of this. Okay, there is no source. Then everything, he basically, he doesn't get to do this into his low launcher. Okay, he can only do that. Okay, that's all he can do. He can only use his knee. Okay, his knee as the launcher, which is a problem. Now in theory, he has an overhead. He has an overhead. Mind you, on block, dude, it's minus 32 for some reason. For some reason, it's minus 32. Keep in mind, it's an overhead. It's minus 32, and I don't get anything out of it unless I use a cameo. So he's just half baked. Now he has a low, and in theory, he goes from low into overhead. Okay, he has this. Okay, low into overhead. Okay, which I think is kind of cool. It's a cool looking, it's a cool basic move. It's minus 7, so you shouldn't be blown up for it for some reason. Okay, and then he has holding back. This is a launcher as well. It's a mid launcher, and it's a pretty good launcher. I think that's the launcher that gives his highest damage. Then with axe, he has that quick overhead low. Okay, and then with the axe down, he has that overhead. He has that overhead that combos. Okay, but someone needs to ask, to inform me, why is this overhead that's minus 32 death on block? I don't know why. This is a single button 20 frame hit confirmable low that leads into combos, which is respectable. I think that's a well thought out move. He also has this. I think this should have cut closer to the stomach to show off as a mid, because this is a high, this is a mid. They are hitting at the same location. I don't know why so many moves in this game have their animations exactly the same. Look where its hitbox is going. It's a mid. This is a high. This is a high. Why doesn't this hit lower than this? I don't fucking know why. I don't know why. This being mid, I can accept. Okay. This being mid, I can't. I just can't. But anyway, at least his low looks like a low. He's actually stepping on your feet. This is a travesty. This launching low should be comboed into. It should be possible to combo into it. And more than that, don't force me into only one combo route. Okay, that's just all I'm going to say about this. I think he needed to be more complete. And when he has the hammer down, yes, I know he's dangerous. Like, these jabs are actually 0. And when he has the hammer down, his sweep is +3. I still have an issue with +3 sweeps, but okay, no problem. I think General Shao is just incomplete. He's seriously lacking. This move should not have been 40 frames. Or if it is reactable, fine, let me combo. I think a lot of the criticisms I'm going to pull out with these characters is just let me combo. Okay? Because the cancel advantage on this is 26. This is 40, so you can't do anything. Okay? But this is 10, so it links. Oh my god. Fuck. I almost forgot. I wanted to show this off. So, I have my own problems with Baraka, okay? But you see this? This move that looks like it's hitting you from up is an overhead and it's a launcher. Okay? And with Baraka, he also has this launcher. And you know what? He also has that second hit is a launcher. So I can second hit and I can cancel into that. And it links. Or so I'm not locked into a specific way of doing things. I'm not locked in. I'm not locked in. I can vary it up. Okay, I can vary it up. I messed it up there. But I have some variety. Okay, I have some variety in my combos. I can launch from that. I can also do that. Like, I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck at Baraka. Also, this move is a high for some reason. I guess, let's say Shao Kahn is 4. Okay? But it is a high. This is a low. But look where his daggers go. You can tell by the daggers that it's poking downwards. This is a mid into low. My god, I don't know. This animation is also dumb. This is an overhead. This is actually mid to low. We shall get to Baraka soon. But at least Baraka as a character by himself is complete. And now let's talk about Tanya and Cyrax. But let me start with Tanya. Tanya in many ways is one of the coolest characters in this entire game. So she has a basic normal hit launcher that also anti-airs, which I think is pretty cool. She also has a single string. This is what? Oh my goodness. This is forward 211. And she has some sauce. She also has a parry. So technically, let me have my opponent press buttons. Hold on. So she has a cool little parry there, and with some strings that parry leads to a full combo. Oh my goodness, darling, your dress is clipping. Okay, so she's kind of cool. Okay, now the reason why I say she's incomplete is because she has some cancels. Let me see if I can do this thing. Am I doing this correctly? Oh my goodness, one sec. Okay, I've tried and I think I just don't have the execution. I've probably been touching the controller for too long. A Tanya main should definitely tell me if I'm wrong. Because she has a low starter, which is really nice to have. And by the way, this is safe. It's -6. Totally safe to throw out and check people with. She has a low starter, which is pretty good. Let me see. Come on, where's this button? My goodness. Let's see. Seeking guidance. Okay. She also has behind store, which makes her pressure even more tricky. Okay. She's good. She's generally good. But she is still incomplete, sadly. She's incomplete. She's incomplete because of this string. Her forward 211 that has an overhead. Before the hit, nowadays it's -7. Before, literally, she could use this as her main pressure tool. Now she really mostly can't. She also has this. Oh my goodness, go away, Jax. She also has the long reaching combo starter. Please forgive my shitty Tanya combos. Okay, but she's quite good. But I don't know, there's a bit of je ne sais quoi that she's missing. That now is just death on block. Before it would fully go and let... I remember doing this shit. And Jax would hit you. That shit was funny. Oh yeah, that shit was funny. That shit was funny. Anyway, it got enough. Rightfully enough. But we needed a bit of sauce. Let me show you Tanya from MKX. Okay, so this is from Young Monster. Probably right now he plays Astra, if I remember correctly. Quite good on Astra. Okay, so this is a basic Tanya B&B. She gets you, launches you. Basics, it's done. Now, this is Tanya, basic B&B in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, yeah, you can see that she has some... It's kind of cool, but you need a cameo. It's okay. She's okay, but she's just not complete. She needed some more. I can't describe it, but she's incomplete. I really think Tanya just deserves that ranking. Next, Cyrax. Cyrax is also currently, her move list is half-baked. Now, I want to illustrate some things with Cyrax so that I don't look like I'm a weird person, okay? So let me switch over to Cyrax. Let me remove everything from this. Actually, before that, I'm going to start with Cyrax has this overhead, okay? Now, this overhead is a launcher. It's a full combo launcher, okay? She also has a low, okay? It's a low. They have the same stat animation, okay? The same stat animation, and then you can, at least there's a visual effect of her feet activating to pull her on the ground, okay? That's the overhead. Okay, at least there is that. The overhead on block is safe at -8 with pushback. Okay, the low is death at -12. Cyrax dies for it. I don't know why. The overhead leads to a full combo. The low leads to nothing. I literally get nothing unless I use a cameo. So it's like, bruh. Now in theory, okay, in theory, hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now with some bombs and some bomb setups, there are ways to make the low actually scared, which is not too bad. Now, next, Cyrax has the last hit is a high that's duckable. You can also pull it out mid-screen, and it's pretty okay. Honestly, it's pretty okay. This is what the problems are. You see this? This is a mid. Not only that, it is actually mid-high. It is mid-high. Okay. Somehow they had the common sense to make that second hit looks like it's hitting high. Let's be real. It looks like it's hitting high. This should have been a low. And I don't know why it's a mid. I literally have no idea why it's a mid. I can't explain to you why it's a mid. I can't explain it to you. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay? I don't know why. I don't know why. Just on this alone, look, this is a low hitting attack. Now, let me switch. You see the, actually, hold on. Let me just first switch it up. Okay. Look at their legs. But Sector's is a low. Cyrax's is a mid. It's a mid. It's a fucking mid. Okay? Sector, that is a low. Why is then Cyrax is a low? I don't know why. Sector has this. This is clearly hitting from above your head. Clearly. Okay? Clearly, look at it. That's what we call a good overhead. Her back 3. Her back 2 is the overhead. Her back 3 is a low. And you know what? You can visibly say That's a low. Okay? Okay? Very big difference in quality of character animation. But okay, not a problem. That's why Cyrax is very half-baked. Now, as much as everyone above here is still we're still in half-baked, but at least we are starting to get into characters whose kits start to look kind of good. I'm going to talk about Sub-Zero last because I have words for Sub-Zero. So let's talk about Mileena and Takeda. All right, so let's start with Mileena, and I'm going to say this is a rough one for me. So Mileena has her forward 3-4. Oh my god, why is it canceling? My god. Oh yeah, she has her install. 1 second, practice settings. Mileena, yeah, let's remove that crazy cut and stuff. Okay, back to normal Mileena before she's on drugs. She has her forward 3-4, okay? Then she has her forward 3-4-4. There's this last, actually forward 3-4-3. You see that last hit? That's an overhead. Okay, on hit it comes out. Okay, now if Takeda blocks, now you can see my move list. I'm pressing it. Okay. On block it doesn't come out. I can't explain to you why that last hit doesn't come out. It could have been an unsafe launcher. It could have been so many things, but it just doesn't come out. Okay, fine. She also has her down forward 2 amplified. That's a launcher. Okay, it's a launcher. If you press her 1-2, you can launch. Okay, you can launch with it. Okay, 1-2. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, it launches. If you press her forward 3-4 and it lands, it doesn't launch. You press her forward 3-4 and it lands, it doesn't launch. It doesn't launch. Now if you ball roll, it launches. I can't explain to you why I know why on that string it launches, but on this, literally on hit it's blocked. I don't know. I know why, but it's still so fucking dumb. If I want to launch, let me launch with my friggin' launcher. Okay? Let me launch with my launcher. And please, this stuff of moves that come out on hit, but not on block, that's just half-baked behavior. Very, very half-baked. Very half-baked. I don't even know what to say. And she has like cool aerial combos. She has a sneaky little overhead there. Now this, okay, is a combo starter. Okay, it's a combo starter. Okay, from full screen with 2 bars of meter, she can come at you. Now you may say, but it's a full screen combo starter. That's why it costs 2 bars. Okay, just for clarity. In a world where Scorpion exists, can this be 1 bar? Now keep in mind, this is how far it goes. It doesn't go full screen. I can't explain to you why her size don't go full screen. Is there a balance reason why? I don't know. Her low size that are reactable, and if you jump she dies, don't go full screen unless you spend meter. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I can't explain to you why. And people say, oh, but she has mixed. Okay, that's overhead lock. Okay, supposed mix. Okay, supposed mix. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, no problem. Supposed mix. Okay, supposed mix, because that's an overhead. Bro, this is 2 bars of meter. I don't know why this costs 2 bars of meter. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain to you why. I can't. Okay? I can't. That's all I have to say about Melina. She's incomplete. She has strings that only come out on hit, and on block they don't come out. On block they just don't come out. And then she has moves that come, special launchers that come out of that, but out of other buttons you actually die and you're blocked. Man, I don't know. And just a few small changes, like making that overhead a launcher, that's fine and safe, but like make it a launcher would work wonders. Okay, this also should probably be a law, but that's a whole other conversation. Okay, I'm going to concede that fine for balance, but like this thing, they could slow it down from 12 frames, make it an actual law, so that it looks like what it is. Okay, so that it becomes what it actually is. But like, maybe I'm just asking for too much. Let this go full screen without meter. I don't know why it costs meter. And if you make it so that, okay, this at full screen costs meter. If it lands, teleport me to the person for pressure. Make my 1 bar of meter mean something. And this shouldn't be 2 bars of meter. If it's fine, it's an overhead. If it's blocked, it's death. Let this be 1 bar of meter, fine. Give me an actual explanation as to why these don't go full screen. And for crying out loud, please God, that's all I'm going to say about Melina. Now Takida, it's going to be much the same. Why is it like this? On launch, these 2 mids that look like overheads that are slow, keep in mind that's 20 frames. I don't know why these mids that look like overheads had no vertical hitbox on launch. But okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, no problem. We'll allow it. Keep in mind he has the low. Oh my goodness, fuck off. Keep in mind, then he has this. This is an overhead. Okay? This is a mid. Now, I don't know why they turned this into a mid. I can't explain to you why they turned it into a mid. It used to be an overhead, they nerfed it to be a mid, and I don't know why they turned it into a mid. I can't explain to you why this is a mid. Just look at what it's doing. His foot is coming from overhead for some reason. Oh my God. Keep in mind, that's an overhead launcher. Bro. It's a full combo overhead launcher. It's a full combo overhead launcher. So I don't know why this is a mid and is not allowed, but this is a comboing overhead launcher. It's like, why? I don't know why. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain. This is a mid. This is an overhead. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain. But okay, that's Takida. Then, okay, if you finish this string, okay, if you finish the string, oh my goodness, why am I not finishing this string? Okay, that's it. Holy shit. Okay, that thing is punishable, no problem. He also has records that are high, mid, overhead, that are death. You can charge. I really like this record. This is a really cool move, by the way. It's delayable, punishable, good move. I could stop here. It's actually minus 17. But who's going to challenge when there's the risk of this? Because there's also the risk of him launching it. For a full combo. I think it's a well-designed move, personally. But anyway. Next on why Takeda is half-baked. He has this law, and it's a very good law. I respect this law, okay? These could have easily been slow overheads. But okay, no problem. We'll allow it, okay? This is an overhead launcher. Okay, it's an overhead launcher. Which is fine, but like, bro, the amount of work we've had to do. And for some reason, this is not an overhead launcher. For some reason. Next, if I press 1, 2, okay, that sometimes works, but okay. That, it doesn't launch, okay? It doesn't launch, or it whiffs. Okay, or it whiffs. It whiffs. I hold back because I can adjust its range, right? With directions. Okay, I can adjust its range. But it whiffs. Okay, it's an overhead and it's blocked. Okay, no problem. Then there's this. He's down, he's back forward 3. It doesn't combo. Okay, for some reason. Okay. It doesn't combo. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I can't explain why. Okay, I can't explain. I can't explain to you why it doesn't combo, okay? But if I do is 2-1, now it combos. Okay? So on 1-1, it doesn't. Okay? Holy shit. Is the move just not coming out? Oh my god, it's not even coming out. It's actually not coming out. And I don't have a logical, good, reasonable explanation why it's not coming out. So on hit, I land my hits. It doesn't. It doesn't. But there it does. I'm just like, bro. I can't explain to you why it works like that. I understand why, and players understand why. But like, bro. Anyway, he's half-baked. His Takeda is severely half-baked. Very half-baked. And he's one of the coolest looking characters with the swaggiest combos, but he's just half-baked. He has things that should work that don't. And that's the same thing with Melina. Things that should work but don't. Cyrax, a move that looks like a low and should be a low that is a mid, and we don't know why. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Okay, now I need to talk about Sindel, and this one actually brings pain to my heart. Because Sindel, for me, is a demonstration of how... Bruh, Sindel, unfortunately, is half-baked. I'm not saying she's weak, but she is half-baked. Sindel has this move. That's a combo starter. It used to be high mid. Now let me get Reptile to just duck. Okay, he's just ducking. Okay. Now it's high mid for some reason. Supposedly this move was too strong for people to deal with. So instead of being high mid, look where her hair is going, high mid, it's now high mid. For some reason. So the third hit connects. Okay, fine. Then she has a forward 3. These are kicks that are mid. Fine, no problem. These are kicks that are mid. Okay? Fine. Out of that, she can flip over for a low. Okay, no problem. Now, Sindel has back 4. That's a sweep. It's a basic sweep. Okay? On block, -4. Safe. She has back 3. Launches. On block, it's -1,000,000. It's -1,000,000. Okay? It's -24. You die for this. I can't explain to you why she dies for this. Actually, I can, because with Mavado, it becomes a launcher. So for the sake of Kameos, we have to get the character. For the sake of Kameos, we have to get the character. Now it's 13 frames on startup. It leads to a combo with Kameos. Okay? But it's there. Okay, it's a basic sweep. Now, my friends, now let me share with you some bullshit. Reptile has a low that's 13 frames. Okay? Reset. It's 13 frames, it's 16 frames. That's his basic low. Okay? And it goes low, mid, and it's a combo starter. Okay? Now, Reptile also has a back 4. Okay? Now, Reptile's back 4 is unique because if it hits, it leads to a full combo. Okay? I'm not a Reptile main. Okay? But Reptile gets a full combo. Okay? Let me see. How do you do his blur? Yeah. So Reptile is getting a full combo from that sweep. This sweep is 11 frames. It's faster than Sindel's sweep. And it's -7. So it's completely safe. It only combos with Kameos. Okay? Only combos with Kameos. By the way, if you look at like Honeybee, he'll get like 30-40% of that. Okay? I'm just showing you the potato version of I just hit you. Bro, there is no integrity in how some of these characters' strings were balanced. There is none. There is literally zero integrity. So yeah, Sindel is half baked. And even now, keep in mind, Reptile also has this string, right? That ends in a low. It's -5. It's completely safe. And he also combos off that. And he doesn't die for it. Why? Because Kameos. So yeah, anyway, Sindel is incomplete. But she's a good character. She's strong. She's strong, but she's incomplete. Back to character select. Honestly, I need to wrap this up quickly because I need like coffee or something. Damn. So next I want to go over Kung Lao and Havoc all at once quickly.
Havoc. Kung Lao. Jax. Mavado. The Great Hall.
Okay, so I'll start with Kung Lao. That is a combo launch. This is actually a really cool move, okay? Keep in mind, on block, it's -1,000,000,000, it's -23. Okay? -23. Just walk up and beat him up for it. For some reason, it's also a high. I don't know why. Anyway. Okay. He has a combo starting overhead, which I think is quite cool. Okay, which is quite cool. For some reason, that's being considered a mid. I don't know why, but okay. It is what it is. No problem. He can basically jump in with almost no space to return. If he whiffs this, he can use it as a quick move. It's basically a teleport. It takes some skill to do it, but it's basically a teleport. Then he has Man, no. Oh my goodness, don't. Yes, he has this. Okay, it's a restand, which I think is pretty cool. Overall, he's not the worst type of character, which is why he's not under the incomplete realm. Okay? By the way, speaking of which, he can actually and come down to pressure you even more. He's a good character. He has a projectile. It needs some time to come back, but okay, no problem. That's also a high, you can duck it. They decided for some reason to give him another projectile from the air. I can't explain why, but okay. He's there. I think he's kind of mid and kind of dry. He also suffers from 7-frame jab syndrome. For some reason, he has a 7-frame jab. So basically, he can punish a lot of moves that other characters can't. Oh, a 6-frame jab. I forgot. Okay. His back one, it's a 6-frame jab. Okay. 6 frames. Totally unreactable in humanity. Its only saving grace is that its range sucks. Okay. But I can go from 6-frame okay, into a full combo. No problem. Now, in terms of okay, so he can combo you. He has that launcher. He has this launcher. Okay. He also has this as a launcher, by the way. It's actually a launcher, which I find pretty fascinating. Okay. He's okay. I think he's not like he needs some more love. He would have needed some more love. He also suffers from the I can sweep and get a combo with a cameo on a safe sweep. It's fucking -5 and you can get a combo off this with a cameo for some reason. Very stupid. But that's a cameo problem. Him as him is fine. He also has this mix with I can basically hit you high-low, or I can hit you and combo you, which is kind of disgusting. Why is it not working? Huh? Huh? Is this move removed? You're going to be shitting me. Hold on. I'm not shit at amplifying, am I? Did they just remove this shit? Did they give up on the unblockable? Okay, whatever, I don't care anymore. Whatever, that's Havoc in a nutshell. Okay, Rain and Amak are very technical, but all I'm going to say is Rain has some pretty solid buttons and Amak as well, and great. Both of these characters are high skill, high execution characters, and I consider both of them semi-complete. Now, Rain has an overhead. Hold on. He has an overhead combo starter. Okay. Rain has a low combo starter. Okay. Okay. He has a low combo starter. He also has this mid. I have no idea why this is a mid. Look where his foot is touching. Okay. Look where his foot is touching. Okay. Okay. So, and he has lots of cancel pressure. Oh my god. Okay, he's okay. Honestly, I won't complain. I won't complain. I won't complain about him. I think he's reasonably complete. Okay, next. Okay, we have Amak. Okay, we have Amak. Amak is a good character with lots of cancels. Man, but his cancels are not easy to execute. It's really hard to execute. Okay, but he's good. He's a good character. Okay, he's pretty cool. Huh? Okay, whatever. He's pretty good. He's semi-complete. He has his basic laws. The one thing I must say about it is this projectile. I think it would have been better if instead of needing to jump, he could just do it from the ground standing. Okay. Now it also combos for 2 bars of meter. For some reason, it would have been better if he just stepped on the ground and looked cooler. This jumping and then doing this shit looks kinda mid. It would have been nice if he just stepped on the ground with a down back 3. Okay. But okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. Because he has like lots of sound. He's cool. He's a cool character. Okay. He's not fully complete. Okay. This should have been doable from the ground. It's a basic law. Okay. Should have been able to step and get it. But okay. I'll leave it at that. Honestly, I'll leave it at that. Okay. I have only positive things to say about Kenshi. Okay. I have only positive things to say about Kenshi. For starters, it's not. They made it possible. Hold on, what's that button? My goodness, you're kidding me. What's that friggin' move? Hold up. It's not soaring center. It's not teamwork. So exit, yeah. They made it possible to exit out of the center combos. That alone has made me consider Kenshi. Kenshi is at the bottom of complete characters, but at the top of incomplete characters. He has a sweeping low that looks like it hits your legs. These are mids, but look where the sword is slashing. It looks like it's slashing mid. This is a mid that looks like a high. This is high low, and it looks like high low. Okay. Now let me first pull out center. Oh man, hold on. Center first back off for a bit. Now this is an overhead, but it looks like a mid, and I don't know why it's in the game. It looks like a fucking mid, but it's an overhead. This is a low. At least he slashes down. Okay. At least he slashes down. I would have preferred the slash to be even deeper, but no problem. Okay. Low mid. But I don't know why this is back through, by the way. I don't know why this is an overhead. Look where he's hitting. This is a high, by the way. But okay, we may say Geras is tall, but bro, it's literally hitting him on his stomach. Anyway, Kenshi is fine. He's okay, but he is complete because he has a launching projectile, and there's just without any fucking cameo. This is already a mix. It can be high low or this. Okay, this character is complete. Okay, it's a complete character. Okay. Hold on. Look, by itself. Okay, no cameos needed. That's swaggy. That's swaggy. Okay, that just that. Okay. Like honestly, he can run at you, breaking projectile, bruh. Okay, then this has multiple extensions. Okay. Oh my god, he can extend his forward slashing sword string with an overhead. Okay. Or okay. Oh my goodness. Kenshi is such a well-made, complete character, and I like him a lot. It's unfortunate that on launch, oh my god, do I still have it? Hold up. I don't have it anymore. But he would basically put you in a blender with center behind. Man, that shit was degenerate as fuck. And it didn't even cost meter to pull out center. Crazy shit. And you'd need to guess like a million times, like 8 times before it's done. Crazy shit. Anyway. Anywho, Geras. Here's the low starter. Okay, here's the low starter. Okay. That is an overhead. Okay, that is an overhead. It's in string. Okay, it's in string, but it's reasonable. He needs to charge up his hourglass. And Geras is like to do these degenerate things of charge up hourglass and then teleport full screen, which to me is bullshit. But okay, but anyway, Geras is reasonably fine, and he has a lot of cool, strong stuff. Okay, he's very strong as a character fundamentally. Okay, that's high. This is mid. I think it could have been an overhead, but okay. I know it looks like an overhead, but it's a fucking mid. I know it looks like it's an overhead hitting attack, but it's a mid. He bumps you. At least these are mids, and you can tell they are mids. Okay, at least his chest bump. Every time I'm trying to be positive, I'll find some wacky looking shit, but okay. Now, Lime and Nitara. I'm really happy to be talking about Lime and Nitara because I feel like I'm now talking about characters that visually make sense. Okay, I know there should be Nitara on screen, but just to show you, I've set Cyrax up to walk up and do actually no, let me set it up all at once. I've set Cyrax up to walk up and do her kick into that. Okay, so we go from the mid that should be a low into a high, and a thought came to my mind, right? Maybe the second hit is a high because you can duck and punish. Keep in mind, I like Cyrax. Okay, she's one of the 2 characters that I mained the most. There are some others, but like I loved Ashra, I've loved Cyrax. But my god, what is this? Look, okay, I'm going to let go of block after the mid hits to duck under the high. And I'm getting hit. And I wonder why. Because, hold on, no. An attack that is a high, these are all highs. Okay, so when she's doing the highs, all of them go over my head. Okay, they all go over my head. Okay, that's what highs should be. They go over your head. Okay, now with Cyrax, the second hit of that string is a high. So you would think, hey, I could duck and punish that string. Okay, but no. Immediately I let go of block, I'm hit, and the reason why is the string jails. So if the string jails, why is it a high? If it looks like a low, why is it a mid? If it looks like a low, why is it a mid? If it's a high, why does it jail into the high? Anyway, I have questions. Let me get back to Nitara. Okay, so first of all, Nitara. Okay. Okay, fine. Nitara goes second. Honestly, Lime has good pressure. She has good strings, and these strings look cool by the way. Look cool as fuck. Look at her swagger on the legs, bruh. Look at them legs. Look at that. Now, this is high mid. I can't explain to you why it is high mid. But okay, whatever. Okay, because they look the same. Okay. Okay, but no problem. No problem. Then she has this, it's a mid. Okay, and it's kind of cool, it launches. Okay, it launches. Okay, it launches, that's cool. Okay, she has good moves. She has this, notice it's a low. Notice that her foot and her body actually go down. Okay, it's low, mid. Low, mid. Okay, low. Notice it's a low and it looks like it. It also has low overhead. Notice how her foot goes up to attack the opponent's head. Therefore, that is the low overhead. Okay, -6, it's safe. Then the mid is -20, you die. So essentially, and she has no lows out of this. The only mix-up is low. Do nothing, low again in case you are going to block. But you can literally just see the low and up block and you'll be fine. Worst case scenario, she does that. It's 0 on block. But just spend meter to make it 0. If she doesn't, it's 10. So you can punish with a jab. And jabs in this game fucking hard. So let me give an example. Okay, so okay, there I had time. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Okay, fine. I think there's a setup. I'm not going to do the setup for all of that. Lime is good from the air. She has that and she can instant air it. Okay. Instant air it. Okay. So honestly, Lime is doing well. Okay. Those are overheads. Bah, bah, bah. She looks cool. She has swagger and sauce. Honestly, I won't complain about Lime. And they buffed her movement because her problem before was that she was stubby, but she didn't have good movement. Now, she has good movement. Okay? Which is important. Very important. Okay, switching over. Now, Nitara. These are lows. You can clearly see her scratching the ground. This is an overhead. You can clearly see her coming to slap your head. Okay? Now, this is what Nitara can do without any cameos. Without any cameos, rather. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. Hold up. Okay. Not bad. Okay, not bad. 1 bar of meter, 39% basically. Okay, which is pretty good. Holy shit. Okay, just with about meter go up. Man. Okay, whatever. And Nitara has air mobility, which is something that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, I'm not in the mood for this. Okay. You're kidding me. How is this not working? You're fucking... Okay, I think my button died. Anyway, Nitara has great air mobility. I think she's a good character. Well made, well designed. You can clearly see her scratching from up on your head down. You can clearly see that mid? Look where her hands go. They go to the middle. Okay? It's an actual mid. That's an actual overhead. Look, she slashes from up coming down. Okay? More than what I can say for so many other characters in this game. This is a high. Hold on. Let me duck it. Okay. It's a high. Okay. Okay, it's a high. It's a high. It's an actual high. Okay. The second hit is a mid. But you can see she's slashing upwards. The second one she slashes downwards. So the first hit with second hits, which is not too bad. She gets good damage. Okay, she gets good damage from all her buttons. Okay. She's a good character by herself, no cameo. I think she counts as complete, honestly. Because she can do this and go for the low. Okay? Or she can just do that and chill. And go for that. That's a mid. Okay? She can do that. Okay? Can do that. And she got 50%, 3 bars of meter. By herself, without any cameo. Off a mix. Okay? Off a mix. Okay? Off a mix. She could go overhead, she could go low by herself. Like, honestly, she's a complete character. I think her placement is good. I think her placement is good. Very good. She's a very well-rounded, proper, complete character. Okay? Then we have Johnny Cage and Small. Okay, Johnny Cage, honestly, overall, he's a pretty cool character. Okay? He has an overhead launcher, it's slow. He has mid launchers, a high launcher. Okay? Hold on, let me remember this correctly. Yes. In his highs, there's a low that he can use to launch. He's good. He's a good character. In theory, he has no projectile. But the problem is if you throw a projectile, he has this. Okay, he has this. So he can phase through your projectile and you die for it. Which is cool. Or he can just power through your projectile with his armored vest and get to you. And trust me, that trade will rarely be. Okay? Combat time! And then he has his taunts. He also has that little restand. He has one of the best jump-ins in the entire game. Holy shit. Whatever. He's good. I think he's a really well-made character. However, he was overtuned in his plus frame because he has a 7 frame standing jab. That's plus 4. Honestly, super plus standing jab should not exist. Now this is plus 1. Before this used to be plus 4 also. Now only his 7 frame standing jab is plus 4. Which means once he hits you with this, he could easily hit you with the down 1. And if he hits you with the down 1, you must block whatever comes after. So I hit you with the down 1 and plus 4. He also has a 9 frame. A 9 frame hit confirmable. Okay? So it's hit confirmable launcher. Okay? 9 frame hit confirmable. He can confirm it into. He can. Okay? He also has an overhead out of it. 9 frames. And. Okay? Overhead. He's a complete character. Like, whether or not you like him or not, he is at least complete in his buttons and strings. and he's cool. He's cool. This is without any fucking cameos making him busted and overpowered. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But okay. With that, let's go over to Raiden. He has these. These are a low combo starter. Okay. Okay, he has that. And then he can run up to you with a high overhead as a combo starter. You can float him out of that. Okay. So let me set it up. Okay. Hold on. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let me switch. Because the CPU is just not getting the job done. So you can just float him out of it. Okay? So you can float him. So you did. You can float him out. Oh, I also forgot. He has this string. Plus a billion, plus 7. But you can duck it. Okay, you can actually duck it, I promise. Okay, anyway. Overall, I think these are two good characters. Raiden also has this. Okay. It's minus 7, so it's safe. Even if you complete the string, it's minus 7. It's safe. He used to be able to do degenerate bullshit like that into combo, but now that is minus. Basically minus 22, which is not bad. So Raiden overall is quite good. He also has this move that used to do 0 damage for some reason, and we don't know why. We don't know why it was doing 0 damage. Basic combo ender. He also has a quick teleport. Okay. I'm sure there are more optimal combos, but like I'm just not that guy. Raiden is a fully complete character by himself. He can fully charge, which is a pain to do. Keep in mind, he can let go at any time. Okay, so he has that. He has the teleport, and he has this. This move is a bit degenerate in how it works these days. I preferred it when it was just this. Anyway, whatever. With Kameos it becomes degenerate because you could do this and now Jax is behind you and there's nothing you can do about it. There is a lot of characters and moves in this game that become degenerate with Kameos, which is just one of those things. But Raiden is a complete character. I'll not complain about him. He's good. Next. Okay. Smoke and Kitana. Okay, so starting with Smoke. Smoke has an overhead starter, he has a low starter. Why the fuck did they give him a mid? Holy fuck. You can turn that into a mid? What the fuck? I also don't know how Kitana is blocking that because she's set to. So he can turn his overhead into a mid, but I mean the results are the same. You die for it, it's negative. Okay? That goes into a low and into a mid, but it only comes out on hit. It's another one of those. This move only comes out on hit for some reason. Is it a grab? It's a man, I don't know. I don't know, but okay. No, I understand why it makes it more reliable to be punished, but it is what it is. Then he has, okay, he has a little grab in there that he can combo into. What the hell? Yeah, just 3 bars of meter, 4.5. He's okay. He's okay. And that's not taking into account his cancel rate. Okay? Because he can cancel. So so he can mix you up. So he can, if you're good, I'm not a good smoke player, okay? He also has a double hitting low. Okay? Keep in mind you can do that. Or you can do one low, cancel into that. Hold on. You can go invisible. Okay. Then from invisibility, you'll have to guess for your life. I fucking hate invisibility. It's quite degenerate. But invisibility, I would have been more... Oh my goodness. Invisibility, I would have been more willing to tolerate if they want cameos that would be hitting you while the person is invisible. And also, why doesn't this cost 2 bars of meter for what it is? Okay, whatever. Anyway, on to better designed characters. Kitana is a very well designed character. She has one of the most dangerous mid checks in the entire game, because you may think it's back 2. So when she's pressing back at any time, she might let the 2 out. Okay? And it leads to a full combo by the way. Okay? She can also fling herself away from danger. She can also fake a jump in and then combo you with her air fans. I'm not doing it properly. So she's a very good character. On top of that, she has this. You see this? This is a low that looks like a low that is a combo starter. Okay? It looks like a low, and it is a low. Okay? She has that. She also has that last hit at the end of the string. What the fuck? It doesn't come out on the... You know, these are the things where I'm just like, why? Why is it not coming out? Who accepted this to be the norm? Why? Also, that string is punishable. At the butt is punishable. But the problem is I can special cancel after it. Okay? Okay? And they decided to give her... Oh my goodness, I need to look for this button. Okay? Let's go deep into the move list for science. Okay. There is far fan toss, enhanced air fan toss, back forward. All of these are... Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not that. Down the move list, Fanedo, Princess something something, Fancy Flick, all of those, Wind Bomb. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she has a complete, and trust me, these recover super fast. This is her low sweep. As you can see, she's sweeping the feet. It looks like it. Okay. Now, I know that second part looks like overhead, but they are all mids for some reason. But okay, we shall allow it. Okay. Then she can also low, low. Okay. So you can. Did it land? Okay. It hits. Or. Okay. Low, low. Now, and on block, it's -7. This is an actually well-designed string. Okay. An actually well-designed string. Actually well-designed. This is the basic high with an ender. That's the kick, but it's high. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't know why that move exists, but okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. She also has... wait. Okay. Yeah. She's good. She's a well-designed character. She has her wind bombs. Oh yeah, she also has this. That can become very degenerate. She also has these combo starters. Hold on. Those start combos. So there are some traps she can set up where if you try to press, you get hit. If you don't use the right advancing button, honestly, she's a very good character. And she's pretty complete. Honestly, she's complete. In my eyes, she's complete. Back to character select. Also, can we acknowledge the drip on Kitana? Actually good skins. Well done. Okay, so now we've gotten to really good characters. So Reptile. Reptile has an overhead combo starter. Reptile has a low combo starter. But I've already kind of talked about Reptile a lot, okay? Hold on. Then I need to remember the goo. Force ball, that's the one. Okay. Okay, that's the one. Force ball. Fine. But also Reptile, before I forget, he has... Okay. Oh. He has that basic invisibility. Okay. Which is kind of crazy in how strong it is as a tool. Okay, it's really strong. But anyway, that aside, Reptile is incredibly overtuned and imbalanced. For some reason, has to be flawless block, otherwise I'm only -5. And they changed it in a later patch so that you can even combo off it with certain combos, which is, in my opinion, quite degenerate. So now it is safe, even on flawless block. That's... Man. Hold on. Actually, let me first switch to Astra. Ah, Reptile. Okay. Yeah, I can't even up block it. I can't even up block the stupid overhead. I can only armor out. Man, this shit is so stupid. It's so dumb. Yes, I know she has a flash parry, but I don't care. I don't know why this move is now safe. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but okay. Anyway, on to better designed characters. We have Astra. Astra has this as an overhead combo starter. She has that. She has a low combo starter. She has a long range with punish check with her forward 2, but it's a high. Okay, it's a high. So if Reptile just ducks, okay, Reptile duck, she dies for it. Okay, she dies for it. She also has this for projectiles. She can fade through projectiles and hit, but it requires a lot of skill and execution. She has a basic projectile which is slow but plus 1 hit. Okay, she has basic combos All of them require taking people into the air. Okay. She has this basic stagger, basically like it stuns people. She's a complete character. She has high low. She has mid overhead. All of these are knowledge checks, because while you're waiting for the knowledge, when you're waiting for the overhead and you're blocking high, you can simply try and stagger this. And it's not a real stagger, because on block it's -4, okay? On hit it's +3. So really, you can do that and go into that. Now this is 14 frames. So if someone jabs out of this, you die for it. Okay? She also has a flash parry. An actual flash parry. Okay? So let me have Reptile do that. Hold on. Does it jail? It jails. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Whatever. Anyway, she has a flash parry. Trust me, bro. She's a complete character who needs nothing from anyone at all. This is her basic strength. But if I hit someone, hold on. If I hit someone with a dark stance debuff and I go light side and I hit them with that string again, it leads to damage. This is good design. I'm rewarded for hitting people with things. Now things become dangerous. My only gripe with her is that I think this amplified should launch. I think it should launch. It looks like people thought about making it a launcher, but decided against it at the end. So now she's left with this as her only launching option. So I don't know what to say. This is mid overhead. From here, from here, she gets a low, and that low baits people to jump. Okay? And she has some of the best anti-air in the game. Okay? Her anti-air is premium. Okay? Unless you've really... Okay? She has some of the best anti-air. So she has her standing 2, which is an anti-air button. Okay? She can also anti-air with her standing 3. But that's a bit harder to pull off. Okay? Yeah, it's harder to pull off. So essentially just anti-air with her standing 2. She's such a good, well-made character. In theory, you can also anti-air with her standing 1, but I find that a lot less reliable. Okay, a lot less reliable. Just anti-air with her standing 2. Man, she's well-rounded. She's good, she's strong. She has good damage. What more do you need in a character? Really? She's actually good. And her low looks like a low. And her overhead has her spinning around over it. And if this is blocked, she dies for it. So, I don't know what else to say. Good fucking character. Okay, just to wrap it up, I'm going to pull out Sector and Noob. I'm not going to touch on Baraka because I've pulled him out already. He has everything needed for a complete character by his own damn self. Okay? That's the most important thing. Is the character fundamentally complete by themselves? Okay. This is a high overhead. That leads to death. Okay? Leads to a full combo. This is an overhead. Doesn't lead to anything without a cameo. Fuck cameos. But it exists. It's an actual dangerous overhead. This is his sweep. It does 120 damage. That's grab damage. Let me grab. Okay. His sweep is more scary than his grab, and his sweep is 0 on block. I think that's fucking dumb, but okay. So he has a cheeky overhead he can come out with at any time, and he has a cheeky low that does big damage. We're basically trying to get you to dark, right? To block lock. Then he has a mid, a hit confirmable mid, okay? Hit confirmable mid. It's, I can use the second hit to confirm. Okay? He has a high mid into a low that's hit confirmable. Okay? He has an overhead. Okay? He has a confirmable overhead that combos. Okay? He can just, he has an armor that's a low that just splats. It's not a launching armor. It's not armor that launches people into the sky and they die for it. It's just a sweeping armored move there. And those aren't his only launchers. Okay? He has a projectile. It takes a while to get there, but it's a projectile that launches. Okay? It's a projectile that launches. Okay? What more do you need? And that's not even everything he has. Okay? If you put someone in the corner, he's not lacking on strings. Okay? This is a mid. It's a mid. Okay? Okay, let me let her. Huh? Like, bro, this guy is complete. He's complete. And I haven't even gone through all the strings. Hold on. He also has the basic projectile that he can fire off. And by the way, it's unblockable. Okay? He can fire it off to combo. Like, he's complete. He's complete. Doesn't need a cameo. Oh yes, he has a low, I forgot. Okay? And look, he looks like he's hitting you. And he is actually hitting you with a low. Okay? Enough said. Sector. She can fake out with that. She can charge this. Okay? That combos, by the way. If you try to stop her and she blasts you with that, it combos, by the way. And she has that sauce, okay? The only let me show the one issue I have with her. Doesn't combo into that, and I don't know why. You have to combo with that. It's just another one of those weird things. It's another one of those weird things. She has a hit confirmable high into mid. Okay? It's safe, by the way. And it can lead into a grab after. That combos with some cameos, but fuck cameos. She has an overhead launcher. Okay? It's an overhead launcher. Okay? Okay, I can get that combo. She has a low launcher. Okay. She has a basic combo ender that leads into pressure. She has a forward going projectile that eats up other projectiles. It combos with some cameos, but we're talking about characters just by themselves now. She has a tracking missile. Okay, she has a tracking missile. Not a missile which some other character comes from off screen. She actually has to track it. She has a flying stance, out of which she can do a projectile. She has a fully rounded projectile game. Into a low, into an overhead, She can cancel it. Like, I don't know what else to say, honestly. She's complete. She's totally complete. Okay. Then she has an ender to this string, which launches by itself. By itself. Okay. Okay. Now you have to cancel and do some movement cancelling out of it to get the most. She has this string that launches in one hit. It's an 11 frame mid. Okay. 11 frame launching mid. 11 frame launching mid. Okay. 11 frame launching mid. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. Another hit at the end there. If I need it. She has, with her low, she has an armor breaking low that combos with some cameos, but as I said before, cameos. Alternatively, she can combo off it by herself. Okay, so let me set up the opponent. Block mode. Get up attack. What in the heck? What in the heck? Bruh. I do not remember what his get up move is. But essentially, you can use that to break armor and get a full combo out of it. Like, by herself, no cameos, nothing, just by herself. Okay? By her goddamn self. By her goddamn self. By her goddamn self. Like, bruh. And this is her armor. Like, well, let me see, what's her armor? That's her armor. Okay, it's a basic check. The second hit only comes out on hit. There was a bug, I hope it's fixed. Honestly, that is essentially it. That's essentially it. Let me just go back to the tier list. Honestly, I think this tier list is generally correct. Oh shit! I forgot. I need to talk about Sub-Zero. All of these characters have damn things. Sector has some moves that don't combo that should combo. But I think in terms of the characters, she's the most complete character. Noob Saibot, I think, is just a solid, complete character. He has everything a character should have and good hit confirmable strings. Baraka has good overhead, low mix, and good projectile, good strings. Baraka is good and has everything. He has the hit confirmable low, two of them actually. One is harder than the other. Ashra, I think, is prettier than Baraka. Baraka is kind of ugly. Baraka should be over there. Ashra looks good, has good looking sexy skins, good overhead, low flash parry, basic projectile. She has low projectile, good anti-air. What more do you need? I think she's complete as a character. A few things that don't make sense is that sword slash spin thing not being a launcher. It should have been a launcher. I don't know why it's not a launcher. Reptile is incredibly overbuffed and complete, and he needed to have more moves that are just unsafe. I think this stuff of a move is unsafe needs to be unsafe. Cameos mess with moves being unsafe, and for some reason they made his dash safe. It's stupid to the max. Fucking dumb. But he's a complete character. Kitana is complete and pretty. She has everything, whole, full projectile game, trap game, everything. She has everything. Raiden is complete. Smoke is complete. Even if people downplay him, invisibility is completely busted. You can't see what he's doing and can't react to it. Johnny Cage is a fully complete character, good buttons. Nitara is complete. She has nothing fishy going on in her kit. Li Mei is a complete character. An absolute and complete character. Geras is complete and probably overtuned. He may be lacking a raw overhead, but he makes up for it with so much other stuff. Kenshi is semi-complete. He needs some milk, but I think he's a good character. And he has like one weird move that looks like a mid, but is an overhead. That's a fucking horrible oversight. Amak exists. Rain exists. These are both good cancel characters with good pressure. Kung Lao is dry and looks boring and lacks sauce, but he exists. Havik is busted and broken with his mix and is semi-complete. Still not well done. Sindel is half-baked. Takida is half-baked. Kitana is half-baked. Actually, Kitana still has that string which doesn't come out unless on hit. That's stupid. There should be no buttons like that in the game. Melina suffers from it as well. I guess it's genetic to have your move list be a bit shitty and have gaps, but still, Kitana still ends up being the much more complete character than Melina. Cyrax has a jailing mid-high. Cyrax is incomplete. She has that super unsafe low that you get nothing for. Whatever. Then we have Tanya is just incomplete overall. The General is incomplete. Scorpion is incomplete. He's super dry also. The General has a projectile that doesn't exist for some reason. It's a non-existent projectile that has no use in the game. It's literally useless. It's a waste of space on the hard drive. It should have been faster and comboable. Rizmaster is incomplete but is half-baked. In theory, he's a complete character, but the problem is things are just half-baked overall. Needs milk. This guy, man, he has always been strong, but he has never been a character anyone looks at and their move list makes sense. It just doesn't make sense. Numbers were just thrown around for no reason. Man, goddamn, Lui Kang. One of the driest, most boring set of combos ever. Basically, strike throw. Horrible shit. This character has such a cool theme and is a meme. Now I need to talk about Sub-Zero. And Sub-Zero is legitimately why I am not buying another Mortal Kombat game or NRS title until some time has passed. I'm only buying at a discount. I'm done being fucked with full price games. And I love Mortal Kombat. I love it as the themes, the story is generally good. They've messed with it a bit, but it's generally good. Great characters, good representation from all nations and cultures. It's just good. Now I need to talk about Sub-Zero. Now, first of all, I want to say sorry. I know I'm sorry to all the Sub-Zero mains. Okay? They gave him a dive kick, which is fine. Okay. They gave him this move. They gave him that move. I don't know why. But let me talk about the things that honestly... keep in mind, this was after people complained for 1,000 years. Sub-Zero had combos whereby he would throw his ice clone out and it wouldn't work. Okay? He would work on the left side and not on the right. If you were player 1, some of his combos would drop. If you were player 2, they would drop. Okay, no problem. Now, they decided to build him around ice clone and gimmicks. Now, this doesn't combo. Okay, this doesn't combo. For some reason, hitting people as Sub-Zero doesn't combo into your ice ball. It combos into this for some reason, and no one needed that move. Now, if anyone says, well, you don't want a strong... Hold on. 39 frames on startup. 26. So, Frost Cameo can do that, but Sub-Zero by himself, for the longest time, couldn't do anything. Couldn't do that. Now he can. Keep in mind, for some reason, this doesn't even... It doesn't combo off his overhead. Mind you, this is a move that is unsafe. It's minus 16. It doesn't combo off his overhead. Combos off the low. Nice. Nice. Just great. He has this move for some reason. We don't know why. It's a mid, by the way. You see how it's hitting at the feet? Actually, it's a mid. I'm sorry. It's a mid. You didn't know it was a mid, but it's actually a mid. And it freezes people in one state. This move would have been acceptable if actually they call it vicious vapors, I forgot. Or size 16 shoe, depending on if people are meaning. Bro, Sub-Zero. I think for me what really hurts me about Sub-Zero is the fact that people talked about we need Sub-Zero to actually do something. And as a Sub-Zero fan, you were talked down to as if you were some kind of idiot for believing that he should be able to combo into his main iconic move. Meanwhile, Scorpion combos. Sector combos into her group. That used to be a net. Okay? Sindel combos into her scream. Okay? Combos into her scream. Nobody, no other character is suffering from this bullshit. No other character is suffering from their having their iconic move. Bro. Bro, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this, honestly. And it's so shit. It's so shit. This... Okay, hold on. I need to show off Sub-Zero from MK11. Okay, so this is a combo guide from Mad Dog Games, but we just want to see the combo. Okay, start again. Low, ice ball, jumps over. Bam. Okay. Just to show it off again. Low, hit confirmed into ice ball. Keep in mind, he needed to spend meter in this game to combo off ice ball. Look at the meter being spent. Into slide, done. It's a short, sweet combo with no cameos, comboing out off ice ball. And the truth is, this is what Sub-Zero fans wanted. That is all Sub-Zero fans wanted. Let me do my thing. We didn't need this. This move is actually E-West. It's not needed. Okay? It's not needed. I don't know why it exists in the game. I don't know why it exists. I actually know why. I know why because no one was giving a fuck. No one cared. No one loved Sub-Zero. There are so many things in this game whereby the truth is nobody cared. So later on they made it so that Sub-Zero could actually slide in his combos. Why? So that Kameos could do more stuff. Or now that's kinda saucy, let's be real. That setup is kinda sauce. Okay, it's kinda sauce, I'm not going to lie. Okay, this is actually a good change. But like all Sub-Zero mains needed was an ice ball they could combo into. That's it. No one wanted this. No one wanted this. I don't know why this move existed. I don't know why it exists. Vicious Vapors could have been removed. Polar Palm could have been removed. Okay, keep in mind, Polar Palm is 29 frames. It's 29 frames. All we needed was this to go from 39 to 29. Okay, that's literally all we needed. 39 to 29. Now, Let me first switch to sub. This is 17. 17 frame startup. Okay. Let me see if it's possible for a normal human being to react to it and oh, wait, that was preemptive. The moment I saw his hand swaying back, I did that. And you know, at 17 fucking frames. And I can duck it. So any complaints, Mbo? Oh my god. We need, and then, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's like there's no love. We're talking about basic love, okay? Nothing crazy. We're not asking for much. All Sub-Zero mains wanted is let me combo into my ice ball. That would have removed the need for this and the need for this. This never needed to exist. But it's in the game because the simple comboing into ice ball was refused, which is why when I look at all the stuff in this game, mids that highs that look like mids, lows, things that should be mids, that like fundamentally I know for a fact that this all exists because respectfully there was no love. And people like, I mean, I've looked at videos by other people like Mr. Panchem. I've looked at videos from FK Tom Brady that got a lot of hate, and honestly it's kind of deserved because he was making too many hate videos. But the more and more I think about it, and I've looked through most of the cast, I've looked at all of them, but I don't know them all intimately. But fundamentally I've looked through them, and let me tell you, this is the most egregious example of there is no love. Legitimately, there is no love, and sub mains are being told on stream that they should chill out, as if they were asking for a lot, as if. And by the way, this idea that Sub-Zero mains were sending death threats and shit, no, they were just on Reddit, they were on Twitter requesting for their character to be complete. Sub-Zero, regardless of what they do, even if they buff Ice Clone so that you can get multiple Ice Clones for some reason. For some reason. I don't know who asked for this. I don't know. Anyway, overall, I'm disappointed in Mortal Kombat 1. And this is MK1 for me. Right now, I have over 1,200 hours. Those 14 hours at the end were just when a friend asked me for some sets and me making this last thing. The truth is, this is one of the most disappointing games in the entire world for me. And I tried to like it. And I own the DLC just for evidence, so no one thinks that I'm smoking weed. I have Conan's. I have all of these. For some reason, I have the John Claude Van Damme skin and everything. And if you look at the day added, where's Chaos Reigns? I added it on hold on. No. Where's Chaos Reigns? I'm looking for Chaos Reigns. Chaos Reigns expansion. I got Chaos Reigns on September 13th. Okay. Here you can see that the release date for Chaos Reigns was September 24th, which means that I paid full price for this. I paid full price for the game. I paid full price. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that there are moves that don't come out on block. I'm disappointed that most characters are substandard. I'm disappointed that there have been characters who are busted for months, and like I'm disappointed that Sub-Zero can't combo off his ice ball, that this character gets an armored portal for some reason, leading to some degenerate shit. And I've not even talked about the cameos, just the best kits. I'm disappointed that Liu Kang lost all of his source. Reiko was the grappler that basically spammed projectiles to Elder God. I mean, Shang Tsung exists. Scorpion has like 2 combos. For some reason, Shao Kahn, okay, has a launching low projectile that he can't combo into that is slow as molasses and useless. Tanya, hi Tanya. Cyrax, basically you're blowing people up to death with setups or bust, okay? Instead of making her setups weaker, scale and have less juggles, instead it's just pure setups or bust. Her low is turned into a mid. This is Melina. Melina has so many issues I've stated. Takida, things aren't comboing that should. Sindel, same problems. Problems. Why is this guy needing to jump for his projectile? Why can't he stomp the ground with the souls? Kenshi, overheads that look like mids. Geras, charge up and run away with Motaro. Like Limei, no problem. All of these characters above are generally good. But it's like the fundamental source of the game is poisoned. Most of these characters are just, bro. Anyway, long story short, I'm not buying another NRS game on launch. I will wait literally an entire year for a discount because I think I'm not paying full price for this shit. And if I see that the game is not good, I'm definitely not going to be paying money for this again. However, if NRS actually fixes their mistakes, I'm not a hater. If the game is good, if goddamn Sub-Zero can actually play the game and combo into things he looks like he should combo, if Liu Kang actually has his entire move list and is not suckered into only being forward 4 grab back 2, forward 4 grab back 2, if Melina actually has size that can reach full screen, or at least cost 1 bar of meter and lead to combos, or actually lead to something that would be great. If Tanya was not an armored launcher bot on launch, if Kungla was not an armored launcher bot on launch, if Johnny Cage didn't have plus frames on everything and buttons that are physically unreactable too, that would just be fucking great because there are better fighting games to play. And MK really screwed it on being a fundamentally good fighting game. And when you play a complete character like Sector, and then you come back and you play Liu Kang, you'll be asking yourself, what the fuck is going on? What's going on? You play Cyrax and you combo into your Go, and Sub-Zero you can't, and you ask yourself, what's going on? Why are moves looking like things that they are not? Where is the animation team? Why is Homelander's lasers a low that is changed to a mid but the animation is the same? Why did they fire their animators? And they did fire their animators and stop them from showing off their portfolio animations. Man, what the fuck? Anyway, that's the end. That's the end of my post-mortem. I'm totally done. I would like to play fighting games that are good. Now, here's the wildest shit. I currently have 300 hours in Tekken 8. I bought Tekken 8 after Mortal Kombat just showed me garbage. I have had more fun in those. Keep in mind, Tekken 8 is currently in its shittiest state ever, which is a whole other problem. But even in its shitty state, it's not as shit as this game, which is wild. But beside that, I'm hoping for better things from Mortal Kombat 1 in the future or Mortal Kombat 2. I just think they just do a better job. Don't launch with friggin' frame data that is broken, but a storefront that works. Don't launch with, if the servers are down, I can't play the game with the characters I've paid for offline. Just make a good fundamental game. I'm rooting for Mortal Kombat, but I'm going to vote with my wallet, and I'm not spending more money on this until they prove with evidence that they know how to make a good fundamental fighting game that makes sense. I'm hoping that happens. That is all.